I just wanted to express a quick frustration. I think like all my videos right now in this recent week or so have been all frustrations. But I am frustrated because I'm trying to comment on some people's comments or to respond to some people's comments, and YouTube isn't letting me, and it's just I don't know if anybody else has any YouTube channels, but if you do you ever encounter this where the comments just get lost? And like I go to there's a studio where I can go and supposedly find the comments, and it says that there's like 3 comments there, and I know that there's another comment there because I saw it, and then I try to respond to it, and I don't know if people are removing comments that they've put there, or that it's just YouTube isn't letting me access it. But then sometimes it shows up later, and it's just really confusing. So if ever you're sad that I did not comment or respond to your comments, please know that I really want to make a response to everybody's comment, but for some reason the system isn't letting me do that, and I don't understand it. I should probably go read about it. Anyways, just wanted to apologize to anyone if they feel like I didn't respond to them. I really do want to. Okay. Lots of love, everyone, and thank you very much to anybody who has commented. It really does help the algorithm, and also, you know, it doesn't even matter if it's a positive comment or a negative comment, although I prefer it when it is positive. But even if you're just picking an argument with me, I do love arguing sometimes. Not at all, actually. Just feel loved, gratitude, thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments, yeah, and actually a lot of the videos are on there to try to argue with people. I want people to challenge people with a different way of thinking about relationships and people. In fact, I thought of one today. I don't know if I'm going to have a second to say it before my mom interrupts me, but it was the concept of people taking people out for dinner, that the general traditional way of dating somebody is to take somebody out for dinner and get to know them before meeting the family. That is a modern day thing. In the old days, in a lot of Western cultures and a lot of Eastern cultures, and even today, and there's still a lot of Eastern cultures where you do not date a person unless you do that with their family around. But even in the modern day, I would like for people to think of it in a new, in a different way of where you're like, oh, I'm going to meet the person, see if I like them, and then I'll go meet their family. I'd like you to think of every single person you meet that you would, regardless of whether you want to date them, if you find them interesting enough to talk to them, that you would consider the concept that to be friends with them. If you are interested in somebody enough to think that they might possibly be worthy of dating, then they would certainly be worthy of being friends with them and their family. And even if you decide not to date them tomorrow and not marry them and not go out with them and not have sex with them, that you would still think that they're cool enough to be friends with them and their family. So it doesn't really matter if you meet them and their family, because you're going to be staying friends with them. This mentality that if somebody isn't worth dating, that you can't be friends with them, that is what infuriates me. It infuriates me, because if you don't think somebody might be cool enough to be friends with them, why would you certainly think that they're worthy enough to go date? So please, let's change our way of thinking, or maybe you don't change your way of thinking because I should change my way of thinking. If I say you should change your way of thinking, I accept you for your way of thinking. I think that, though, that I would like to open your mind to the possibility of, especially in the today's world of loneliness and the loneliness epidemic, to realize that friendships are just as important, if not more important, than whether or not you're going to date them or have sex with them or marry them or be with them. Because you know what? Today, marriage is like a thing of the past, I think. Love is the old style of, oh, I'm in love with you, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. Let's look at the marriage and divorce statistics of our country. It might be true in some other country. There are some people who still marry somebody and still married to them. And I have met some wonderful, I was on a sugar daddy diet site, and I have met some wonderful men who stayed with their wives despite the fact that they've gone off and found other people. And I actually really, really love those people because they honored their commitment. But in today's world, people don't know how to fight. They don't know how to argue. They don't know how to be upset with each other and have conflicts. And so the first little thing of conflict, they're like, ah, divorce, bye. Good marriages, good relationships, good dating. It depends upon the ability to handle conflict. It's people that you can be best friends with. Do not date people that you cannot be best friends with, them and their family. So instead of going into a date and a dinner seeing if they're potential to have sex with, see if they're potential to be friends with, and meet their family and meet them and help them out on a day-to-day survival so that you can celebrate them as a person just existing, regardless of whether you're ever going to have sex with them or love them or be with them, marrying them. Just enjoy them in their world instead of taking them out. Take out that whole family. If you're going to be nice enough to take them, take the whole family out with you. Let the family have a treat and a celebration. Let everybody partake in this treat and celebration of life and love and celebration of life. Don't make the family miss out because you decided that the mom or the person or the male or whoever you're dating, I don't know if you're dating a male or a female, it doesn't really matter. Although I have a feeling that most of the people who are watching these videos are probably dating females, but whatever. It applies to all. It doesn't matter if you're bisexual, whatever gender you're going after. Take the whole family out because everybody deserves a treat in today's world. It's a crazy world we live in. And if you end up deciding that you don't want to date that person, but you like the kids, hey, stay friends with them so you can hang out with the kids. Do you know how many wonderful, wonderful people we've had in our life? In fact, the people who have stayed friends with us the longest are not the people who were interested in me. They were the people who were like, thought my family was so cool that they're like, screw her. We're just going to keep hanging out with you guys because your family is so cool. And my mom and my kiddo are really good friends with them, and I'm kind of just tolerated because I'm a little bit crazy, a little bit silly. So those are the people I actually love the most and give the most amount of hugs to, and the people that we invite over and celebrate them and get them laughing every time they come over because they're friends with the family. And a lot of them don't have money, so they can't pay for the services that I want, but I treasure the people who end up being friends with my family more than me because that's the people I want to celebrate. I celebrate my family. That's the thing I value. I value my family over anybody else. So, and I know that I am not the only one in the world that thinks this way. I am pretty certain that there are other people out there in the dating world who also would love to find other people who celebrate their family and them. All right, I hear Mom saying that I'm getting too rant and ravey, so I gotta go. But I love you, and thank you so much for listening to my rants and raves, to the people who let me just vent myself and helping me. Even if you turn me off, you just turn me on the phone and then turn me off because you're sick of my same old rant and rave. I appreciate it because it helps get the message out there so that maybe we can get some other people to be introduced to these ideas. Thank you so much for helping share these ideas out into the world. All right, I go. Bye.